everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shari, Elisa here. In today's video, I'm trying out this new feature I want to do on my channel where basically I go to Sephora, I'll get a sample and I try it out. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the Hourglass Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation, and I got the color Golden Almond. So if you're interested to see how it came out, because I've got some thoughts, then stay tuned. So I got the color, I want to say it is Golden Almond. I had Sable, but Sable was a little too cool for me, and so basically I tried this foundation on yesterday. I had a horrible experience. I used a primer and it literally says not to use a primer, and then I tried to spray with my spray. It was just a mess. I'll insert some clips here, but I pretty much wanted to use an oldie but goodie Mario Badescu facial spray. I just like that this has aloe and stuff in it. So and just press everything into the skin. I usually do this towards the end. Ooh, did that ruin the makeup? It did. Oh my gosh, it fucking... Okay, so we cannot... Oh my gosh, no. All right, the brush is saving it. Oh my gosh, no. This is not happening right now. Okay, it's separating. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah. Okay, this was not a good idea, but honestly it was a disaster. So I wanted to just retry it again, just so that I have a couple experiences with. All right, so I've got probably like 3 uses left. It is super orangey on me. I find that the white light here sometimes distorts the views. So let's get, I think I used this the other day. This is just a little flat synthetic brush, and I'm going to take a little bit right here. So the reviews and the online reviews and the videos that I have watched recently have been super duper mixed. I find that a lot of the people that use the stick really love the stick and had no problem, so I think their expectations were high. I have never used the stick. I've had such interest in it, but for some reason Hourglass really didn't I don't know, it just never found a color that fit for me, so I figured maybe in the cream liquid version that I would be much happier, so I'm not sure. So I'm just going to use my Morphe E8 brush. I like how tiny it is. I like to use this just to buff it into the skin. It dries fairly quickly after you buff it in, so I see that it's like, well, the way that it's sitting on my skin looks creamy. It is a little bit thick, but I don't know if that's because of the sample. I was seeing online and like YouTube that basically it's very liquidy, so I'm not sure. This is the first time probably in a very long time that I have ever used a foundation without primer. So far I'm looking a little Oompa Loompa-ish in terms of the color. I might want to try just almond next time. I might get a sample of that and try it out, but most importantly I want to just make sure that I like the formula of this. This foundation retails for $56. I want to say that it came out about a week and a half ago. Yeah, my forehead looks really orange, so I will be going in with my Morphe sponge just to get through areas where I feel like it may have built up. I used a little bit of eyeshadow primer today, but pretty much I just came in with my brows. I don't know if this is going to take away, but I just wanted to press it into the skin so that I can make it more skin-like and sort of diffuse the orangeness. Mostly in the forehead I'm mainly concerned. On camera it's reading very, very, very orange. Remember, this is the Golden Almond. I hate when I watch a YouTube video and the description bar doesn't have the information. Like, at the end of the day, we're all consumers, but if someone trusts your channel to talk about a product, give them all the information. I do like when I use the sponge. I think I may like the sponge a little bit better. I feel like pressing into the skin. My forehead still feels a little bit orange, and I don't think that this is full coverage. I think this is medium because I still see a lot of hyperpigmentation showing up, but that's no problem because I can just go back and add a little bit. I don't personally love to do that, but you know, if you got the product and you're able to do it, then just do it. So yeah, I just have a little bit here and here, and when I go back in, I'm definitely going to use my sponge. So this is probably one of those foundations that you don't need to use a brush. I know almost 90% of YouTube and like social media, like beauty enthusiasts and makeup artists and stuff, use a sponge. I think you should try to use both. Know what it's like, because sometimes if your sponge is dirty, what are you going to rely on unless you have a collection? They're totally up to you. So I will be back in about 15 minutes to show you guys what the foundation looks like settled into my skin. I am going outside, so I'm sure that's going to affect the foundation, but I don't mind. It's not set. I'm not putting any powder. I'm not doing any concealer. I want to see if the rest of my products work with it, and I will be right back. So this is what the foundation looks like. I feel like it's so different from how I looked a second ago. There is some shine coming through, which essentially it all kind of looks the same. Let's do concealer, and then I'll do the rest of my makeup off camera. Actually, I want to do concealer and I want to use powder because I'm really curious how this is going to look. Because this foundation is like so orangey, I want to go in with something a little bit lighter. I think the lightest concealer that I have is the KKW, and it seems to work with almost everything. I haven't used it in a while, but I used it when I was in California last month, and you see how dramatically lighter it is. I like to just use that, and lately I've been doing it for a while, but pretty much whatever is on my brush, I try to use it. I don't want to dip back in there, one, because I don't want to add any more air, and by the time that you spread out the product, I just find that it's better if you have like less product and then add product as you go. You know, decide, do I want to invest? $56 is not cheap. Most of the prestige higher end luxury brands usually try to mark up their prices at that much because they feel like, you know, we put quality ingredients. And I will say that Hourglass is up there. You know, they are one of the prestige companies that does the whole vegan and cruelty thing, so that is nice. I don't know if this is worth $56 because I don't know if I love it yet. It's pretty much so far just been okay, and I will determine that as I do the rest of my makeup. But I do like, one thing I will say about it is that I do like how lightweight it is. The last like lightweight foundation that I really loved had to be probably my Cover Effects. I'm gonna go back in, press that into the skin, make sure that there isn't any spots that I may have missed. Pressing everything back in there, and then I'm gonna just take it into a taco, which is my powder puff, and I'm going to press that product into the skin. I'm not baking because I haven't had an experience with this powder in which I'm able to bake, and I don't know how that works. As you can see, it made me extremely light, which I don't mind because I usually go in with another finishing powder afterwards, but this is sort of the ideal like flawlessness that I want to go for. So far, so good. The powder worked amazing. I still feel like super light. I am gonna add my finishing powder, which you guys know my favorite finishing powder obviously is the Sephora collection. This is the color Deep 56, and I'm just gonna buff that in because this is the final test to see if the foundation works. I don't rely on I don't rely on blush or highlighters to determine a foundation. I mostly determine it based on my concealer, my setting powder, and then a finishing powder. That is the way that I have been doing my makeup the last 3 months. Oh my gosh, 3 months. It's always using a finish powder just so that I can add a little bit more dimension and a little bit more glowiness. I would never recommend using the finish powder as a setting powder. Maybe if you're dry you could, but I think as an oily girl you have to protect yourself in multiple ways. So I like this so far. For the sake of this channel, and so that you guys have a reality that there is a chance that this foundation is not meant to be like re-wet in a sense. I definitely like buffed in all of my normal, like I love the way that my makeup looks honestly, but I do feel like a tinge powdery, so I want to do what is normal for my makeup routine, as you guys have heard me say multiple times. So let's just go in. There's literally like 3 sprays left in the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is a travel size. Ugh, I freaking hate the spray on there. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is just let it dry as opposed to pressing in with my sponge, because that's what I did yesterday, and that is what pretty much made it lift. There we go. And then I want to just dry in. The fan is on, but it's not on high, and I want to see if that had an effect on my makeup. Getting that now, I just love, honestly, I really love how this makeup looks. Uh-oh. Shit. I can't believe this. I was talking all this shit. I was talking to you guys, and I looked closer to my mirror, and my nose is breaking apart. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the foundation, but if your makeup routine includes using a setting spray, it's probably not gonna work, sis. I have tiny little holes, which I want to zoom you guys in. Do you see that? Do you guys see that? That is separation, and I believe that that separation is from the spray, because I was fine a second ago. Okay, so this is why I test these things. This is why we have these meetings where we talk together. This is not gonna be your normal makeup routine. So do I think this is oily girl friendly? I don't know. I would have to see it. I do like the way this looks right here, but I hate my nose, and that's from the spray. So it's something that I would say get a sample, try it out. I will continue to use this product. Will I use the sprays? Obviously, absolutely not. Those are canceled. My forehead looks fine, which is really odd to me. Like, I'm looking on camera, I'm looking in the mirror. For some reason, the rest of my makeup looks really good, but my nose just wasn't having it. So there's a chance that maybe I'll need to use primer with my nose area, and then let the rest of the face do its thing, and then not use a spray. The reason that I don't want to purchase it is because I feel like it's a lot for me not to be able to do my normalcy in my makeup routine. That's the only thing that kind of bugs me out. But other than that, it is a nice foundation. I say get a sample, try it out, but I'm not sure about committing fully to it. I do like that even though it was darker, I was able to kind of use it as like a bronzy. I look very summer ready, but it's probably not going to be purchased from me. So I still want to try the stick just because I'm curious, but it's been a real trying this out. So thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Follow me on Instagram at Shari, shh.ari. listed below, and I'm also talking shit on Twitter too. So I'll see you guys next time for another video, and also let me know if there's something that you want me to get a sample of, because the next one I got is a primer, and I'm curious if that would help with my nose. So until next time, see you.